Check.
Are we supposed to do it on 3, like exactly 3, or like an imaginary time
James,
after?
Well, did I say after 3 or did I say on 3? Why don't you answer that?
Yeah, but it wasn't a very consistent count.
All right. Yeah. Hold on. Let's get into the warm-up and then let's just hash this out. I'm sick of having this conversation. We're going into the warm-up now.
We're going to do it live.
Just to be clear, the warm-up is now happening, okay?
We're doing it live.
Oh, look at that. You notice, James? He actually warned us this time that we were live. He's getting better.
All right, no.
He's getting better about something.
What's the deal with the counting? Because as far as I can tell, I just go 1, 2, 3, like a nice even cadence. Okay, so I'm asking you, my friends. I'm asking you, my friends. Well, I think I'd normally do it a little slower than that. I'm asking you, as my friends, to please explain to me: is my internal clock really that bad? Like, am I?
It changes every once in a while.
What does it
You're
sound
like?
like?
1, 2, 3.
Wait, that's pretty evenly spaced.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Jeremiah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have you ever done a metronome thing?
I've never been a metronome. No.
No, I mean, have you ever listened to a metronome where someone's counting?
Yes.
Which is like really, it's really flat. Where it's like just 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. All right. To me, it sounds like just go 1, 2, 3. Like it is like on.
There's a little bit of a lag though in that last beat you just did.
No.
Also, the correct formatting is 1, 2, 3, go.
Next time I'm gonna do a 1, 2, a skiddly diddly do. Just to mess with you
please
all.
do. Please skiddly diddly do.
I think at least having a word after 3 makes it better. Because you say 1, 2, 3, go. Go is like a really punchy. Or even saying mark.
Like, but that's longer than just saying 3.
No, longer than saying 3.
1, 2, 3, go. It just adds like an extra syllable that's unnecessary.
But usually music's in 4s. So people are used to
maybe we're not doing it in 4/4 time.
3, 4.
Maybe we're doing it. Maybe we're doing it in 3/4 time, or 3/3.
You're doing it wrong.
Why can't it be 3/3? I'm just saying. I just don't feel like I'm getting the support I need from my friends here.
Sometimes you need a critic more than you need a friend.
Fair enough.
This is one of those times.
Thanks, Dave.
That was the critic ghost, I guess.
The critic ghost.
You suck.
You've never been a success.
There's always room for improvement.
Don't quit your day job.
Into the void.
Freaking critic ghost. Tearing down my confidence.
So,
I'm warmed up now. That was good.
Dave,
I want to know what everybody else thinks. How should we count down? I'm curious.
No. First. Wait, no, nobody else hears me count because we do it before we go live. I was going to ask, I want to get everyone else's judgment on whether or not, I want everyone to judge me. Is my counting really this bad?
Well, they don't hear your countdown for the starting recording because that's not when we're live.
Yeah, that's true.
We hear it every week. We have a lot of comparison material. A lot of judgment material.
You're probably not wrong.
A lot of judgment material.
So, I am actually really liking the whole small budget phone thing. Small being like 5+ inches, but I like it. It fits really well in the pocket. The battery life is excellent. The battery life is like, I don't know, 50% better than the 6P, which I never really had any big complaints about. I thought the battery life on that was fine. But this is excellent battery life. And it's been fast, like plenty fast for everything I've needed to do. I haven't felt like it slows me down at all. Navigation,
nice,
storage, whatever. No complaints. So anyway, I haven't actually sold my 6P yet, but I'm getting around to that.
I've got a little gun story, but I might drop it in the main podcast. It's about backyard battlefield stuff.
Okay. Sounds good.
Make sure to count us down when you're about to do that.
Okay. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, 4, 5.
You remember when he did that?
He's like, just look on Joel's face.
All right, guys, we're going to start on 3. 1, 2, 3. It was like, what the?
Wait, that sounded perfectly spaced.
No,
right
it was
then.
just really fast. It was like no consistency.
And there was also the one time where you were like, on 3. 1, 2, 3. We're all just like, what's happening?
I'm sorry. I don't want to be like this.
Get on the metronome.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna hold up a metronome and. No.
There's always room for improvement.
Don't fear the Reaper.
Don't fear the critic ghost. I actually probably fear the critic ghost. It never
That's
goes
pretty
away.
scary sounding.
It never goes away. Oh, I feel like I'm all pumped up now.
Do you want to talk about what your wife accomplished recently?
Yes.
I think that was pretty
that ridiculousness.
She's been
Damn
married to
impressive.
me for 6.5 years.
Which
That
is
is an accomplishment.
a trial of endurance.
more prescient than that. She completed her first marathon. She's not
Which
sure
is
if
how long?
26.2 miles. She's not sure if there's going to be a second marathon. I'd love for her to do one. She's found one in a large coastal city due east of us that only has a 10-foot elevation change throughout the whole thing.
San Francisco?
Yes, east of us, San Francisco.
San Francisco, yeah, east of us.
Do we live in the freaking ocean?
I mean, if you think about it, everything is east of us in a manner
East of the
speaking.
east of the CSG island compound. The island fortress.
You mean Joel's Pleasure Island? It's real. It's a documentary. We're prisoners.
Why did we let him name it?
Yeah, and the hills apparently were just ridiculous. She completed it in 4 hours and 57 minutes. She actually didn't injure herself in any lasting way, which was a concern of mine. She was very, very sore, of course, but no foot or ankle damage or anything like that. She's recovering nicely. Went really
That's
well.
awesome. Yeah, I've just gotten to the point now where even had a month break in December from running, and jumped back into things in January, and I had a 7-week streak of I was doing at least 1 5K a week, on a Sunday usually. I was like, that's pretty good. 1.5 miles every single week. And then she drops 26 miles. It's actually hard for me to to think about that. I think my longest run so far was right at just over 6 miles.
That's
for me,
still really good.
But it was a huge time commitment. The only reason that I was able to do it was I had an extra day off, and the weather was perfect. I had an afternoon where I did some editing in the morning, and I was like, I have a 3-hour chunk of time where I'm just going to go outside. And I was like, well, I just see how long I can run. But 6 miles for me, that was, I do 3 in now it's down to 28 minutes or so. But then it was it was over an hour of just nonstop, and I was just like, this is ridiculous for 6 miles. I don't know. It's just
it's a huge
crazy
time
to just
sink.
think about.
Almost 5 hours is a absurd. Well, okay, I've wasted 5 hours on an average day doing nonsense too. I mean,
but punishing your body
exactly
for 5 hours, that's just. I think I'm all warmed up myself.
All right. Sorry the yawn.
Oh,
It's
wow.
time.
You get triggered by the start of the podcast.
Yes. The podcast triggers me. You are not wrong.
It triggers your apathy, apparently.
Is the countdown going to be live for everybody this time?
Ooh. Yeah, I think you're going to do the countdown live. Yeah, that's going to happen.
Listen.
Do you hear the critic ghost?
Critic Ghost says, stop yawning.
Critic Ghost needs to get off my dick.
Physically impossible, I'm a ghost.
I'm a ghost. What?
That's what the critic ghost would say about.
Oh, that's okay. All right.
Exactly.
The critic ghost just isn't an excuse for you to say hateful things.
Oh, we don't need an excuse.
Like Debbie, when I stood up for the couch, she was like, "Oh, does anyone still watch the podcast?" F you. Yeah.
All you in the chat, please give a shout out to Debbie.
She
hateful Debbie.
She would be upset, but of course she's not watching this.
That's the point. Is it's all the hate that she can't see.
I gave her a copy of Face Rig.
Awesome. That was very. I guess I would say that's very nice of you.
Noble even.
Yeah.
The critic ghost has nothing but nice things to say about that, James. Critic ghost says, "Keep it up."
This is one of those memes I really want to burn hot and burn out quick. I don't feel like critic ghost has a long-term future here.
Critic ghost says the same about your future.
We can always bring back old memes.
Like what?
Potato masher time.
Yes.
That's not that. I don't even mind that.
Really?
That honors me.
That look on your face every time I did it.
It was more of like, hey, I'm talking. You're like, wait, let me jump right in the middle of that and stop you. Which, because as soon as I get derailed, it's hard for me to
Speaking
string the sentences together.
Speaking of CSG memification, James, have you heard our new sign off for Casual Shenanigans Tech at the very end?
I mean, yes, of course I did, because I listen to every tech podcast.
Well, this is all just it's showmanship.
For the sake of the people watching,
the viewers and the listeners, like, oh, James, have you heard the new outro? No, Dave. What is the new outro for tech? We end the tech podcast every time with until next time, spend money irresponsibly. It just seems appropriate. Yeah, I think I'm good to go.
Got any more in you, Jeremiah? Are you ready? Your lungs ready?
All right. Y'all ready to do this?
Yep.
Dave, let me know when you're ready with those time codes. Dave's favorite. One stroke, please. David's favorite. David.
What's in that flask? I mean, bottle.
The critic ghost says, seriously? Are you kidding me?
I feel like I'm going to be getting emails from critic ghost. That's okay. Mr. Manager is always helpful. Is always glad to provide helpful correction.
I think Critic Ghost outranks Mr. Manager because Critic Ghost. See, Mr. Manager only has power where Critic Ghost never goes away.
I feel like if we let Mark in on Critic Ghost, he would take it and run with it. It'd totally get me back into Rocket League.
So I was in Kaplan training at work, and the instructor liked to sprinkle in Dilbert comics, like at the start of new sections. And two realizations. One, I actually get Dilbert on a level I never did before.
It's happening. He works in an office.
Two, so a lot of that pointy-haired manager stuff hits really close to home. Really close. Like, as soon as it goes up on screen, you can hear all the managers in the room laugh. I'm not that bad.
That was me this morning. Oh.
All right, guys, ready to do this?
Let's do it.
I swear the yawn is starting again.
Jeremiah, come on.
I don't know what it is. I made it through like 160 episodes. And
could
this
you
nonsense.
Not?
All right.
Oh, well,
you know why.
He's
got a big boy job now.
Yes, he does. He gets those big boy tests now, too. Just like in school.
Mr. Boss Man.
Why is that still so funny? He's
He does a good job. It's so condescending. It hurts.
Oh man. No, I can't
I have to yawn, but I can't. You ever have that happen where you need to yawn and you can't? Once all right, this isn't really an important story, but the night before Christmas when I was 13, I stayed up literally all night because I had to yawn and my body would not allow me to, and it bothered me so much I couldn't sleep. Yep, James, you should look.
That's a weird story.
It doesn't get any better. I can't do it. All right, Dave, are you ready?
I ignore him. I don't have to do time codes. If only there weren't a camera pointed right at me.
I'm putting a ticket in.
That's not how you get things done, Jeremiah.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Like Jack in the chat, they grow up so fast. Everyone in the chat, let's give Jeremiah a lot of encouragement for his first big boy job. I mean, you were like what, like mowing people's lawns for $20 before this? I think is like, you know, like you're like elderly neighbors.
Not directly before this, but before this, yes.
I think it was directly before this. Like before this, you just mowed lawns. I'm pretty sure. Did we break Jeremiah's spirit before the podcast even began?
I'm a professional.
I just heard a raptor noise right there.
All right. Dave, you ready to do time? That's a verb. It's a verb. It's a real thing.
You ready to do time, son?
Ready, time. Oh wow.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Stop sucking up all the oxygen off the podcast.
All right. On 3. On do. A 1, a 2, a skiddly diddly do. Check, check, check. All right. So, all right. we are live for the warm up. We are live. The warm up is live. How many different ways should I say it before it's obvious?
You should maybe let us know before it actually just goes live.
All right, that's a solid point. Dave,
switching to night mode.
I love it when you're in night mode, Joel. As of
night mode.
As of 4 minutes ago, I am the owner of a MSI Gaming X 1080 Ti with my choice of For Honor or Wildlands. So Joel, want to play some Wildlands?
Wait, sorry. Say that again. You got what?
A 1080 Ti. The one I wanted.
I literally blanked out this second. You said I got some new computer. Like, God,
dude, your expression went. You were like,
really went to sleep. He had a micro nap.
Like Wildlands? Oh, it's like a trigger word. You gotta pull him out of it.
Sorry. So you got which video card? You said. Sorry.
You don't care. I got a GTX 1080 Ti, the MSI Gaming X edition. It's one of the first aftermarket cooler ones that can be overclocked and whatever. But it comes.
Jeremiah. Hold on one second. Joel, he got the new best of all.
Okay.
Dave, it is a triple slot.
Wait, no. But I thought there was a Titan X or something. Isn't that the best one out?
Yeah, the Titan XP is brand new.
Oh wait, so you don't have the best?
No.
No one actually counts the Titans because we're not living in.
Except I do, because I know they are actually the best.
Well, now that you're a famous movie producer, you can maybe afford the best for once. Hey, Joel, does your car have locks?
Why? Oh! You monster.
Yeah, so anyway, Joel, the video card comes with my choice of For Honor or Wildlands.
Jeremiah, if you went for For Honor, that would honor me.
Yeah,
dude, get Wildlands.
Yeah,
For Honor looks like, I mean, you would never ever play that on your own.
Probably not. No, I mean, I had a fun time playing it with Jeff for an hour, and that was it.
I've unlocked now 5 areas fully.
So this is funny. I followed Dan Stapleton on Twitter, and he just tweeted out a link and said, "Talk about learning nothing from season 6 of Game of Thrones." And the NPR headline is, "Church can start its own police force," Alabama Senate says.
The sparrows will rise.
Hey, you know what? They've drastically reduced the lag on the podcast, like the amount of time between live.
Really? I'm going to wave my hand.
Oh, I'm not live.
I'm just waiting. Now I'm just waiting.
I mean, it used to be like quite a bit of time.
Okay, so we're looking at like 10, 15 seconds.
In Jeremiah count.
All right.
Dude, I enjoyed listening to the last podcast so much. I don't know what.
Did you like the overly critical ghost?
Critic ghost. Okay, I was crying laughing because I was like, first, why is a ghost? Why is he gonna talk like that? But it's just so funny. It's like, you made a good deal. I told Dave, I was like, Dave, if you appeared like as a little ghost next to you, giving you like tips on like deals and stuff, Dave's like, I would still go, you know, I know what you're saying here, but I'm gonna double check still.
You're not the most trusted source. It's like, but you're your own critic, ghost. Like, always double check.
You can't be sure unless you spend another couple hours researching.
We have the internet now. You've got to be sure.
Also, in exciting office news, I now have a $40 Aukey mechanical keyboard on the way with blue switches. My current one.
Boy,
at home has
imagine
red.
being in an office with you.
Seriously, if you bring that
Hard
in
enough on the podcast.
when you're gone
we're like, hey, let's talk about something really important.
That's what'll happen.
James,
I'm typing.
I work on the cubicle that's like attached to his. I can see the wall doing this right now. Right? I'm gonna have like I have artwork hanging on the wall. It's gonna be like shoot, like stuff falling off the wall every time he types an email. Or Jeremiah, I can see now like it's gonna be all quiet. Like everyone's like in the morning just sipping their coffee. All the morning conversations are done. Everyone's just working away. I hear like machine gunning. Everybody get down! It's a shooter! Oh, no. Jeremiah got an email. Nope. Everything's good. Nope. Not machine gun fire. All good.
Jeremiah's putting out a fire.
I can't wait. John's gonna rage.
It'll be gone. I guarantee you that. When you're gone in a meeting, your keyboard will also be gone.
Oh, John,
are they like sitting in the kitchen like, oh, Jeremiah's typing again.
Joel, I have this mental picture of John with Jeremiah right there, just taking the keyboard, eye contact, like smashing over the corner of the desk, like key bits going everywhere, like pieces of plastic keys, keycaps. Can't imagine.
I do like when it gets hot in the office. When Jeremiah comes by, it's like a nice breeze. Like literally, you'll come storming by to see Zach, and it'll be like, it's like a car passed. Well, because you're a man on a mission. Like you just.
Oh yeah, I know. I've almost never wandered in like, what's up, guys?
It's always like zoop, straightest. Boom. It's like
he carries weather systems with him though.
It's
my shed.
One day, Joel, because we're on the end of the aisle, like he's gonna forget to stop though and just go right into the wall at full speed. Because like I'm the end of the aisle. Like, that's it.
He'll just walk right through it. You just see an outline of a body, like a cartoon.
And the thing is, he won't even notice he went through the wall. He'll just keep going on to his meeting. That's a benefit. That's not a negative, Jeremiah. That's a benefit.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, I will say, we were going to a meeting today, and I was literally looking at his shoulders going, I wish I could ride on your back. He's like, he's so fast. And it's like really efficient. And I'm like kind of like trying to catch up to him without running. And I'm like, this would be great. Like get a Yoda backpack. Just take me to.
And Joel, the best part is, if you notice, I kept turning around to look at you. I kept slowing down to make sure we were walking together. You ought to see me and Jen going to meetings together when it's just us, because she's like tick 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 tick, and I'm like,
and you're like, freaking ant.
I feel bad because we get to meetings sometimes. She's like,
there's an ATST coming. It's Jeremiah.
You guys remember the alien pods from War of the Worlds?
Oh yeah.
But the llama noise instead of the drum.
When his hands come down, it's like those long tentacles, like, oh, whoa. It's meeting time.
Well, time to go to the meeting, everybody. They have cups of water on the desk like Jurassic Park just to know when Jeremiah's coming.
Dude, no joke, I had a cup of coffee and I saw it. And I was like, Jeremiah's going closer because it goes, goosh. Don't worry, his vision's based on movement.
oh man, I'm losing weight.
But you're not losing Jeremiah, you're losing weight, but you're not losing purpose.
That's true.
You'll always have that.
So the takeaway is
I can't breathe now. Oh man.
Do you guys want to hear my dentist story?
Yes, I do.
I told Dave.
Why did you tell me?
Well, because it was my first like panic attack I think I've ever had.
Okay.
It only lasted for maybe 5 seconds. I was able to get it under control, but I honestly was really not comfortable whatsoever. So they were working on a tooth. They were fixing a filling, something that kind of like it was scratching way back left in my mouth, whatever.
Now, is this the disappointment you've been trying to have for like a month?
Yeah, for a while, yeah, because somebody died, and it was just kind of it was rough. They were trying to fix a whole bunch of stuff. So anyways, I go there and yeah, to get back there, they've always said like I have a hard time literally keeping my mouth open wide enough for them to actually maneuver around to get to the back tooth or whatever. Like they front tooth fine, whatever, but it's like they always have a hard time because they're always like, Joey, you're better at it. It's like, I'm like, dang it. But it later hurts my mouth a lot. So what they had to do is they had to put this like little like, it looked like a little square. It looked like a little honeycomb, honestly. It was like a plastic honeycomb in between my teeth on the right, and I just bit down on it so it would just hold my mouth open so I didn't have to hold it up myself. But it was not comfortable at all. Then they had a piece of like, it felt like a circle piece of cardboard in the left side of my mouth against my cheek so that the tooth wouldn't rub up against it and get wet or anything as they were doing, cleaning it and everything. Okay. Then they had another piece of like, it felt like foam or something, but it was like probably, I don't know, it was like some sort of like padding or something like that. They pushed that in between the other side of my tooth. So in between my gums and there was stuff everywhere. Then you have the main dentist had two tools in, you had the drill going, and then
how many dentists did you have in there with you?
Well, I mean, like you have the dentist and the assistant. So like the assistant, like she had this other object. She was pushing something down with my lip, and then she had a tool to grab my tongue and move it to the right because it was like a really hard place to get to. And it could not get wet at all, or it would it would wreck at everything. So it sucked. And then there was one last little thing. Oh yeah, they had the tube that was sucking air out, or not sucking air.
That would be a panic attack moment right there.
Keeping my mouth dry. The problem was there was literally so much in my mouth, and I think like allergies were getting to me as well. So my nose wasn't very like clear to breathe. And it was just hard. Like, I feel like you never swallow whenever you're not thinking about it. But as soon as you start thinking about needing to swallow, I'm sitting there like
it's a birthday or an anniversary. Oh, sorry. What? Sorry, go ahead.
Or you need some money.
Yes, more. Anyways, so I'm sitting there like you like trying to like swallow a little bit, but like you're moving your mouth,
right?
And it's like, it was terrible. And then all of a sudden, like I literally started sweating because I like couldn't breathe. I like felt like I couldn't breathe because I felt like I was choking, even though I wasn't. I just was like overanalyzing. I started like kind of panicking a little bit. But the dentist was pretty awesome, and he was kind of calming me down and everything, saying like, we're gonna be done in just a minute, hold on, just a few more seconds, you almost had it. But it was like, whoo, I did not like it at all. Like, that was the worst, because I had a pretty bad experience like 5 years ago. Or it's not a bad experience, more of it hurt a little bit what they were working on, and it wasn't like painful, but it was just so abrupt that it was like the anticipation of it was way worse than I'd rather it hurt the full 10 minutes than like anticipating when it's gonna hurt. But man, this was awful. Like, it was awful. I was just like literally sitting there, kind of hyperventilating a little bit, but I calmed myself down. But I told Dave, and this is where it gets really crass, and I'm glad it's not in the main podcast, just in the separate podcast that everyone else listens to. But literally, first thing I thought, I was like, if I ever went to jail and had to suck a dick, I think it'd be less horrible than this right now. Literally, that's my thought. I'm like, they're drilling my teeth. Why did I think of this?
There's a man putting stuff in your mouth and you're thinking about sucking dick. Cool.
I mean, like, it was so uncomfortable that I'm like, maybe this is the worst I've ever experienced anything in my mouth. This could be it. I don't know. And then I was like, wait, why am I thinking of this? But it helped calm me down, I guess. I don't know.
I don't really know what to do with all of this information.
Well,
Joel
learned
knows,
something that
Joel
day.
knows what to do with all that information.
Shove it deep down.
Man.
Yep. There's that.
I don't even know where to go with this.
That's the podcast, everybody.
Here's Joel's address. Do with it what you will.
I'm telling, like, I guess I'm saying this in the warm-up, so this won't really be helpful. Maybe I'll say it in the regular podcast. The past couple weeks of warm-ups, like the April warm-up compilation is just going to be something else. Like, Joel, wait till you hear the warm-up from last week.
It's where Critic Ghost, I guess you can't say came alive because he's dead.
We talked about counting for how long?
Oh, now we're not getting into that tonight.
Oh, Joel, we gave Jeremiah such a hard time with his countdowns.
Oh, the fact that he can't count down like a regular human.
3, 2, 1, go.
3,
Oh,
2,
sorry,
1.
no, go.
It's not that bad.
1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Like, why?
3,
Come on,
2.
man. Like a beat. 1. You were in a band too.
I mean, I'm just saying.
But you didn't play drums though. You played guitar, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He can
I
feed
guess
off of someone else's
also-
rhythm.
Yeah.
I mean, I played rhythm guitar, so that's the part that, like, the only part that really bothers me is in my head, I am on beat, and that concerns, or like I'm doing it consistently, and that concerns me because I'm like, if I think I'm doing a good job, is that like the people who are tone deaf and know, like, I can tell I can't sing, like I know I'm off, like I've got a good ear, and no singing ability. For counting, maybe I don't have like a good internal clock. I'm starting to realize. I don't know.
We determined that Jeremiah doesn't play in a 4 signature. He only does like 3/3. Or derivatives.
Get your jokes in.
The keyboard.
That's not me.
That was actually
That was
me.
Dave?
Yeah, I'm gathering my comment on the week, and I have one here. I missed it somehow a week ago on my Witcher review video from 2015. Someone says, the video is titled "Why the Witcher 3 is the best game I've ever played." Someone comments, "Probably the best for PC guys who had never played anything else." Smiley face. Very boring and emotionless story, realistic and at the same time boring combat. And I just replied back, "Yep, probably not best for those with short attention spans." Like, such a specific comment. Like, probably best for those of you that play on PC. Like, it's available on all platforms. Same story.
So, Jeremiah, could you come over sometime and see what's going on with my computer? I swear every app I open now has Windows Defender going, oh, malware.
Yeah.
It's just pop. Yeah,
Then
it's just like.
then something odd is going on because Windows Defender shouldn't be doing that. Like, are you sure it's Windows Defender?
I mean, yeah, it's Windows Defender. Yeah. I mean, I checked it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I have no idea. But it'd be nice to see.
Yeah.
Because I want to redo everything, but I just don't want to redo anything until Norman's kind of done.
Right.
He wants to redo everything into a Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, Joel.
I think I'm going to install my Macs now.
So I brought in my budget ThinkPad into work just to try, because I was curious, and my hunch was true. I plugged in the DisplayPort cable to my monitor, and what do you know? It can run 4K 60 hertz right out of the box instantly without any configuration whatsoever. Also, I legitimately did not know this. It has like a glass trackpad. Windows 10 has like full gesture support, and I've never thought to use it before because I've never cared about gestures till I learned them on a Mac. And you can totally do the 3-finger like swipe up and it throws all your windows together thing. Like that's
cool.
Now it doesn't. You can't swipe between the different full-size desktops. It doesn't do that very well. It does it.
I'm sure there's probably an app you can get though.
There probably is, but like I was actually surprised. It has a lot of the same gestures, and the trackpad worked really well. But I'm like, well, now that Sketch is open source, if someone releases an update where I can open Sketch stuff in Adobe XD,
yeah, go for it. Let me plug my Mac in there too to see if it works, because I have a feeling mine will run it just fine.
Yours definitely will not.
I can't run 4K on it?
4K, probably. 4K 60 hertz. No, that's the problem. It's the integrated GPU can't do 60. James, I'm currently using my old 4K monitor at 30 hertz at work as my main monitor.
It looks terrible. The mouse cursor looks awful.
Can you do you have DisplayPort?
Yeah.
Can you do DisplayPort?
It is DisplayPort.
And it's only 30?
Yeah, the Mac can't push more than 30. Up until the 2016 model, the integrated GPUs could not push a 60 hertz connection over 4K. Now, it could do
It says the 2015 MacBook Air supports 4K displays at 60 hertz.
Does it say how?
Just
wait.
The native thing?
The 2015 MacBook Air, you said?
Yeah, I don't remember what mine is.
That's interesting because the 2015 MacBook Pro, I plugged Giancarlo's 2015 MacBook Pro in and it couldn't do it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, that's neither here nor there. That doesn't matter that much. It's just
the Mac Mini DisplayPort over DisplayPort, not HDMI.
Correct. It was the Mac Mini DisplayPort to DisplayPort on the monitor.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it is weird. But apparently what it is just the integrated GPU. It's the GPU that's integrated onto the CPU itself, and I don't know if it's for power or heat or whatever. They just don't. They say it can't do it.
I wonder what DisplayPort standard it'll do, if that has anything to do with it.
I don't think it was the DisplayPort standard on there because, well, I'm not sure actually. I know the monitor supports it because I ran it at 60 hertz for a couple years, but yeah. Anyway. All right, you guys want to you want to do this?
Not yet.
Let's do it.
Not yet?
Not yet.
You haven't yawned yet.
I'm fine. I don't need to.
Dude, we got Jeremiah to yawn so many times last week.
We didn't have to do anything. He just couldn't stop.
We were going,
Well, that helps.
and then Jeremiah would be like,
As soon as you started doing that, I could feel it building.
Oh,
Your yawn's build.
doing that.
Workers,
I
get
can
out
feel
here. We're
it
going to
building.
start yawn.
I can feel it building up, ready to explode out. Joel, what are you doing?
The builders are building up his yawn.
You look like a dance man. You were like,
The builders.
All right, yeah, let's get started.
All right, Dave or Joel, got time? Dave said to do it last week, and to that Dave, that's like the worst imposition on his freedom as an American is running a timer.
Yep. We didn't gain our freedom from the king to have to do time codes.
Well, YouTubers are good at looking at cameras and going, "Hey guys." They're not really good at doing complicated things like time.
Should I start the podcast with "It's your boy, Casual Shenanigans Gaming"?
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Hold on, my face is stuck now.
Hey, Dave, since you're good at this, why don't you count us in?
All right. Let's go.
look at that. I know exactly when to go.
There's no difference.
It was a little bit faster tonight, but it was consistent, and that was the key.
There's no difference.
Also, Dear Leader did not ask Dave if he was ready. Just saying.
So, going live for the warm-up?
I was ready, just so you know. Not that you asked.
I'm going live for the warm-up on go. 1, 2, 3, go.
That was pretty consistent. That's getting there.
All right, now, just because you guys are making fun of me, listen to my new keyboard.
Not as bad as the other one.
Oh, it's definitely worse than the other one.
Not through the mic.
Sounds different.
Huh.
Yeah. It's definitely quieter through the mic.
It is. It's snappier. Like it's got a sharper click to it. Maybe it's got more.
Well, maybe
less
it's
funk.
not getting as much bass on the actual table.
Yeah, I wonder.
It is less bassy.
actually.
Ooh, I can't really show it. Let me see. There.
How much does that one cost?
You could tilt down, but you're not wearing pants.
$40.
That looks like a nice $40 keyboard.
Oh, actually, I can.
right to the crotch immediately.
Crotch cam.
Yeah, I would like to figure out how to make all of the keys be one color, if that's
Yeah,
possible.
the colors are obnoxious right now, but
yeah, the keyboard itself actually feels pretty good. So. Well, that's not right.
you see that, guys? You get here early, you get the crotch cam. That's for early access only.
I also got a SIM card today, and it came with a sticker.
Nice. That's a very vibrant sticker. Put that in your car.
I'm not going to do that. Speaking of vibrant in cars, James, how are you liking your very blue car? Still treating you well?
Yeah. Like it. Love it. Need it.
I'm starting to shop for a car.
Oh boy, of course you are. To replace something, right?
Yes.
Okay.
James, could you check your mic volume? It seems a little low.
No.
All right. Fair enough.
I was squinting at my dash cam this morning because besides the Christmas trees of all the traction stuff and the check engine light from the emissions problem that I have to go get checked out, it was just cold enough last night to cut on the tire pressure warning for the spare tire again. So I had an extra light on the dash this morning. I'm just glaring at all of them.
Wait, which car is this?
The 4Runner.
Really?
Check engine light, 5 weeks in. Specifically 5 weeks in.
But it looks to be for like a dirty sensor or something. Like it's
Yeah.
It doesn't think there's actually something wrong with the car, most likely.
The
But
dealership,
don't let it go for months though.
first week of May is when I'm taking care of it. I just
Alright.
want to take care of other stuff this month first. Yeah, James, the dealership that I bought it from warned me after all the paperwork was signed. Oh, by the way, we put gas in it and the check engine light came on and we cleared it and it went away. I was like, cool. Thanks for letting me know, before I signed everything out. We did like the whole, hey, if it pops up in, the first 4 weeks or so, you got your 30-day warranty, just let us know. We'll figure out like a middle ground to get it taken care of. And of course it pops up the 5th week. I'm like, I sent him an email just in case. I'm like, hey, just wanted to let you know it did pop up like you said it might. I brought in the edge of that 4 weeks, so I don't expect you to take care of it, but I wanted to see if you'd be willing to, look into it with me. No reply. And I was like, yeah, it's about what I expected. But yeah, it was still a good enough deal where I could lose a bit of money on repairs in the first month or so, just getting things straightened out, and I'd still be very far in the black. So I'm not too worried about it. It does bug me to have a new vehicle that I drove for like 4 weeks before all the lights came on, though. That is annoying. Ranger in the chat. I'm not sure if I can lift my keyboard up because there it goes.
Well, that sounded like something.
Yeah, because my cord is really taut, but mine is like the most pleasant, just white backlight, just simple black keycaps, blue white backlight. It really is just white. It looks blue on the camera, but I definitely prefer a very clean, simple backlight.
Yeah, and my other keyboard, like my real keyboard, is just red. I think I might prefer white, but
I could do. I used to be able to do blue. I have a blue one for the general, the other computer in the other room. I don't really like it. I think red and blue, I'm done. Like, I want white or like something very subtle for the color. I can't do red and blue anymore. I'm over it. I can't imagine what that mic strike looks like on my Audacity recording.
Oh, Dave, do you have a comment of the week for us?
Let me look.
Each week you're like, oh man, definitely gonna have some heavy hitters next week.
It's been a slow week, actually. It's been a slow week.
Speaking of which, I need to like freaking get a video out or something.
Don't bother, there's no ads to go on them right now.
I don't just make videos for ads, I make them for the fans. When are the ads back?
Google would like to know that too.
Got him.
Oh, here we go. Almost time to start the podcast. Reminds you on.
It's not time. I'll put out the 30-minute podcast, and then I will also put out a warm-up compilation, like a 2-month warm-up compilation. Just there's like a turd load of stuff.
Maybe we should start combining the two
into just one longer podcast.
Yeah. Just do like little short ones around it.
No, I don't think we should do that.
I do have a comment of the week after all.
I always believed in you.
I had forgotten about this one.
I'm really happy about this news item I'm putting in. It's a real thing.
It's gonna be pretty good.
Oh yeah, we're gonna play some of that tonight, by the way.
If I can finish this edit, it might be.
So, 15-minute podcast?
Hey James, you want to hop in group me and go ahead and hit that yes, I'll be coming?
I mean, I have a long meeting tomorrow morning.
What time does it start?
I don't think it starts till like 9, but I have to be there early, and it's going to be...
So you could play a match or two, is what you're saying? I think that's what you're saying. All right, just making sure we're on the same page.
I saw 11 at first. I was like, holy crap.
The same K70 keyboard that I have is going for $70 right now. And
where'd you get yours?
Code, you can get it for 60. What?
Where'd you get yours?
Like $100.
That's what mine was.
My little $30 Microsoft Sidewinder's going strong still.
I just can't do membrane keyboards anymore, guys. I just can't do it.
You know it didn't feel like a membrane.
I don't remember what your Sidewinder felt like.
You said, oh, that's actually really responsive for membrane.
When did I try it?
When you guys all came together.
Oh,
one time.
I forget.
I can even sound like you guys.
So you're not like listening to my keyboard right now, and it's not annoying you?
It annoys me, but
all right.
Before it was like,
yeah, it was
with
pretty
the click,
bad.
with the clacking.
So it's just less bassy, and that's what's making it better.
There's like no bass to it. That's what's great.
Can't help but feel like you guys are just leading me on because you want me to use this dumb keyboard.
Well, it is rainbowy.
It's pretty.
It's lovely.
Why?
This is really newsworthy, so I'll just mention it now. Battlefield 1 is getting a...
Did you say it is newsworthy, so you're going to mention it now?
Yeah, I mean, it's really for me and Jeremiah. I mean, James, if you ever play again, Battlefield 1. Ouch. They're adding a camera shake video option in the menu finally. The retail version on the slider is set to 100. They're going to change the default to 80, and it'll be able to go as low as 30. So that, combined with the non-magically respawning grenades, should make Battlefield 1 a much more pleasant experience.
Wait. Just run that by me again? You can just tighten up the field of view?
No, it's the camera shake. You're going to add a slider for it. Right now, as the game is without the slider, it's set to 100.
Oh, okay, it's all the way up, and you're going to be able to lower it.
Yeah, they're going to also change the default to 80.
Kind of like DayZ, instead of going... Do you remember that?
That's how Joel plays.
Do you remember when he was explaining that?
Mm-mm.
It was at the... crap. The Moonshine, one of the first, not the second Moonshine cast, the first Moonshine cast at Dave's house. He was talking about the bobbing in DayZ. So he's talking about, I hate it. You're always like,
Yeah, I'm just really excited that they're going to actually require an ammo crate to get your grenades refilled. Why would they change that compared to every other Battlefield game before this one?
I thought it was always like that in Battlefield 1. Did they change it to something else?
No, since launch, your grenades will refill in about, I think it's like 35 seconds, usually, like on average, just magically. You'll just get your grenade
I've just been finding ammo crates and stuff. I thought I had to do it that way. I guess I don't spam grenades enough.
In the current version, that will accelerate the refill time to like 15 seconds. But yeah, if you just run around, like you don't have to worry about crates at all, that's why there's so many grenades right now, because they're free. Like you can throw a grenade, shoot for 30 seconds, like forgetting about your grenades, and like, oh, I have one again.
I want to send you a picture of Jeremiah. How do I send it to you?
The GroupMe podcast chat.
Okay.
All right, so Arma 3 and all the DLCs are on sale.
they're so
are
stale.
that too.
Oh, there's a new Joelism today. Not super,
Is there?
Not super inappropriate. It was good though. It was solid. It was he said he was gonna put a roof over my shoulders.
Aw, I think. The more I think about it, the better it gets. Like,
well, the thing
like
is, it wasn't even a tall joke. That's the thing. Like, he wasn't even trying to make fun of me. Like, he actually just said it that way. Like, that's my first assumption was he was thinking like, oh, I can only put a roof over your shoulders.
Yeah.
Look at your expression in this photo I put in GroupMe. I put it for everybody.
Where'd you get that from?
From having YouTube paused.
Guess what's back, Jeremiah?
Just waiting. I'm assuming you're gonna tell me.
I was looking at the photo. AC compressor buzz.
Oh wait, from the window unit.
Yeah, I'm playing with the volume now. Yeah,
So you have you're turning down the buzz?
yeah.
Is that an option in air conditioners? You're like,
In Audacity, I'm just turning down AC buzz. It's just a little slider for it. Yeah, can you guys still hear me okay?
Yeah.
Can I get the fighting kid slider?
It's called the hose. That's gonna make it actually, I think, worse. It'll be easier for you to
just
have
let
decent
me
volume and
just let me filter it.
Yeah. Oh man,
I've been used to fixing you guys' feeds for years now. Just let me die. I mean, sorry, let me do it.
Jeremiah,
morbid tonight, are we?
let me die. I mean,
oh man.
All right. Hey, someone else yawning. Not me. What do you know about that?
I know yours is coming in any
it's
second now.
No. No. No.
Suck that air out. You're like, oh no,
I don't even feel like I need to. I don't even want to. I don't even need to do it.
I can hear the strain in your jaw muscles. I don't have to yawn.
It's fine. I don't even know why you're saying this. Resist.
Oh, that's a satisfying yawn right there. I got a real, yeah, jaw work out there.
I like a good yawn where you get your muscles into it too.
Yeah, like it's afterwards. It's like stretching after a nap. You know, it's just really satisfying.
Oh, Dave. I got a thing on the way.
A child?
No.
What?
Another heavens.
Another car.
It's in group me.
Which window end tab is that?
Pearl.
The live show.
Are you kidding?
Oh gosh. Jeremiah. Your shame. It shames me. Remember that time where you mocked me for like the couple of months I spent planning the M1A project? You're like, you can't just drop that kind of money without any kind of planning. And then you're like, I'm going to a budget cell phone. And it arrives, you look at it, and you're like, ah!
It wasn't even like a budget cell phone. It was still a nice cell phone.
No, there's an actual reason.
No, yeah.
The wrapping hadn't even hit the floor yet from the Amazon box, and you were already putting it back together.
No. I legitimately love this phone. But
I needed 3 phones.
Here's the thing. You're not going to view any reason I give you as legitimate, so I don't know why I'm either bothering, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try to tell you. So, Hope has a Moto X Pure, which is like, I guess it's not quite the same type of phone as this phone, but it's in the same line of like the Moto series that is like a nice budget-ish mid-range phone. Hers is, I guess, maybe 2 years old, around that, and recent software updates, presumably because the battery hasn't done anything weird before, but the battery is just falling off a cliff. Like, she has to charge it multiple times through the day. Like, it's just horrible. So
she can't take the battery out.
No, it's not a swappable battery. So she was going to replace it. And I was like, well, I know what phone you should get. 'Cause she wants like an SD card slot and good battery life.
This one right here that I have in my hand right now.
James, I've been using this phone normally all day long. It's at 82% battery life. Most days I finish the day and it's like at 60 to 70% battery life. I've read a couple other reviews to verify this. It legitimately, because of the reasonable specs and whatever else, this phone has incredible battery life. And I am actually really happy with it. So what I told her was, honestly, I think she should get a phone like this. And then my next thought was, well, we could just buy a second one. But, well, first she was going to try my Nexus. I was like, well, I won't even have to sell the Nexus. You can just use that. But then she thought it was too big. She messed around with it and she thought that was going to be way too big and she wouldn't like it. So, like, then you should definitely get one of these. Instead of buying a second one, we'll just sell your phone. We'll sell the Nexus. And my thought was, and yes, you can make fun of me for this, I was like, I'm always down to try something new. Like, I do legitimately like this phone, but if there's a reason to get Hope a phone like this, instead of buying 2 identical phones, not like John and Debbie, I don't like...
We don't want to confuse our phone, so I better get an upgraded model.
I really don't care about the upgraded model part. Like, I don't feel like this is a downgraded phone at all. I really don't. But
you were looking at it before...
Well, here's the thing. The matte black 3T...
Every time you say, here's the thing, I'm like, bullshit meter going off the chart. Here's the thing.
It's limited edition. No. Did
you say limited edition?
They are. Actually, the matte black one is. Ooh. It wasn't available when John bought his like a couple weeks ago. No, I was thinking about like a used Galaxy S7 off eBay or one of the new Nokias that's also pretty cheap. But the matte black 3Ts, I think they do look pretty cool. John and Debbie seem to be pretty happy with their phones, and the matte black one's 128 gig. So I was like, I'll do that. That's it.
Hey, so remember that time that you bought a nice new vehicle and you paid it off really fast and you're really proud of being a responsible adult? And you're like, what should I do with this newfound financial freedom? I know, let's buy another one!
All right, James, do you even want to hear the story behind that?
If you say the words, here's the thing, I will reach across the ether web and smack you.
All right, I haven't made a decision yet, but here's the thing. No. Okay, so The Mazda. And again, I don't think you're actually going to believe me, so I don't know
Wait, the Mazda?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm going into all this detail because I don't think you'll believe me. The Mazda is 95% a really awesome car. I love how it drives. It has all the amenities I want. It gets awesome gas mileage. It's been 100% reliable. Like, the Mazda is great.
It's fantastic. It is
fantastic.
Amazing.
Now here's the problem. On car rides longer than 30 minutes.
Here's the thing.
On car rides longer than 30 minutes, I get really, really bad back and butt pain. And James, this is something where I think you might actually sympathize a little bit here. But I've tried every seating position I can come up with. Like, I've tried everything I can do. I've adjusted whatever I can just to make sure.
He's tried every position, James.
I honestly, we did just pay it off, and I don't want to replace. Like, on paper, it's a little bit stupid to be looking to replace it. I've looked into even
it doesn't take paper to look stupid.
I've even looked into
on video. It looks stupid too.
I even looked into what could I swap other seats into it? Like I don't want to get rid of the vehicle.
Have you looked at like memory foam or something like that, or just something to like?
I'm still going to consider that. I'm looking there aren't a lot of seat covers for it, and I generally I hate seat covers. But if I could find a nice looking neoprene seat cover or something that had some memory foam, I would be very down to give that a try. It's not a lumbar issue because it has more lumbar, so I haven't gotten a back pillow or something because I know that's not it. But I don't want to. I want to figure out some way to keep it because I really do like it.
Talk to your friends; they'll talk you out of getting a new car.
No, but honestly, if it was anything other than if it didn't have a couple features I wanted or something, who cares? I would absolutely just live with it. I've had dumpy cars for years, and I'm a frugal enough person that, honestly, that would not bother me at all. It's the comfort thing, and it's really just starting to get on my nerves. Any trip of 3 hours or so, I spend 3/4 of the trip fidgeting and extremely uncomfortable. And it's a first world problem. It doesn't mean I have to replace it, but it's really getting aggravating. And it makes me not want to go on trips places. So I don't know.
Why don't you just let Hope drive and you can lay in the back?
No, I'm not going to do that.
In the fetal position.
Yeah. So
get him a car seat for big boys. Big boy jobs.
I haven't.
They do have good lumbar support.
I haven't made any decisions yet. I'm going to drive Dave's 4Runner when we go to a train museum on Saturday.
Transportation museum.
You're going to a train museum with Dave?
Trucks. It's everything.
Automobiles?
It has cars too.
Does planes? Planes?
Yeah, I think it has some plane stuff. Yeah.
So planes, trains, and automobiles?
It's the trifecta of American engineering.
So you guys curious at all what cars I'm considering?
4Runner?
Dimly, yeah. And then the Lexus GX 460, which is a 4Runner. Once they depreciate, once they're used, GX 460s don't have the 4Runner tax. So if you could get a Lexus 4Runner for the same price as a 4Runner, why not get a Lexus 4Runner? Because you look at the seats and you're
what if you want a 4Runner?
Well, if you look at the seats and you're like, well, that was made for American butts.
It's funny. The best thing that I did about my back discomfort for while I'm driving was to install that seat holster.
Yeah, that's a separate issue. I don't have that issue.
Yeah, it definitely helps to not have the CZ pressing into the small of my back for the 40-minute drive home every day. That's been really, really nice.
Oh, welcome to the chat, Critic Ghost.
Oh, let me catch you up. Jeremiah's buying a new phone and a new car he doesn't need. Go, go, go.
Look, if you don't think I feel stupid, I definitely do.
Okay, as long as that's clear.
No, I'm the phone thing I don't really care about because we just I have 7 things listed on eBay right now. The phone isn't really going to come out of pocket other than the sunk cost of all the other things I'm selling. So I don't really care about the phone. I mean, you're welcome to make fun of me for it, but I was.
We will.
I was completely happy with it.
We will.
I'm ticked about the car thing because I would much rather buy a car I love and keep it for 5 or 6 years.
For sure, yeah.
But yeah, I'm open to any interesting ideas. The problem, James, that if you're wondering why don't you just buy seats out of an RSX, the best seats in any car ever, and put them into the Mazda? It's because the Mazda has side airbags in the seats. And I don't think I'm willing to remove safety features in the name of a little butt comfort.
He's just willing to buy a new car.
Well, I know. I mean, that's... I would, again, just make fun of me if you'd rather do that, but I would be very open to any, like, advice or ideas either of you would have. That would be nice.
Plastic surgery for your butt.
Get a butt implant.
I mean, if it's good enough for Hank Hill, then...
I don't know if I need more butt. I don't know if you guys have looked at my butt recently.
I mean,
honest answer is no.
All right. Well, you're lost, but...
Not since they started working under you, because that's an HR issue.
Yeah. I got a Title IX you now, Jeremiah. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
Was there a podcast tonight?
Yeah, I guess we could...
We're just talking about Jeremiah's poor decisions. Is that...
And his butt.
Yeah, that too. That too.
I mean... Sometimes you just want to talk to your friends about stuff, and all they want to do is make fun of you. And this
sometimes you want to talk to your friends live on YouTube.
This is what leads to people just bottling the pain deep inside and then not sharing.
When you paused there, Jeremiah, before you said sometimes you just want to talk to your friends, there was like this long like breath, and I was like, he's about to say, but here's the thing. It's like it's coming. He's getting some air. Here it comes.
Everybody needs a little time away.
So, have either of you guys done something dumb this week, please?
Well, I went to work expecting to be able to use my desktop computer that I was assigned. And I just assumed that, the structure that shelters me at work would provide the electricity to do my work.
There are a whole lot of snarky people in the office right now who are like, oh, is electricity too much to ask for? And these are also the same people who are like, what do you mean I can't have 2 microwaves, a toaster oven, and a toaster plugged into the same circuit, plus the space heaters, plus the computers? That's so unreasonable. Like, when the maintenance guy is like, hey guys, you absolutely can't have mini fridges, toaster ovens, microwaves, or coffee makers, or space heaters on your cubicle aisles. They're not made for it. And everybody's like, whatever, what does this guy know? And then we keep blowing things like he might not be lying. Like, he may not be coming up from like the maintenance dungeon to wreck our day. He might actually know what the problem is, and we're not doing it.
Stupid HR with their electricity realities.
Yeah, it has been funny, though, because there's been a whole lot of, oh, this is the worst thing ever. What are we supposed to do? Why is the electricity gone? And then you suggest, like, maybe for next time, why don't you take the toaster home or take the microwave home? And people are like, oh,
we're communists.
Yeah.
The main problem, I think, is that they are so far behind on the supporting areas for the size of our department.
Yes.
Like that water machine and sink and those 2 microwaves and the 1 coffee machine were finally installed, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, at which point our area of the building had hundreds of people working in that area, and we finally got a sink and 2 microwaves and a water machine. Like, it's just the reason that our workspace is full of microwaves and fridges and toaster ovens is because the break room is still for the staff levels from 15 years ago.
Wait, there's a break room?
Yeah, it's very nicely designed for 7 people to enjoy at the same time.
I don't even know where that is.
I'll show you.
All right. Wait, that's not our conference room, is it?
No, there's an actual staff break room. You don't know where the break room is?
Wow, you've not been invited to the break room. What does that say about your management skills?
It's like you guys are just trying to suck the
Please
wind out of my sails.
Please don't tell Jeremiah where we're all going.
Ooh,
for break.
James, maybe I wasn't supposed to tell him about the break room. Maybe I just goofed really bad.
It's like you guys are trying to suck all the wind out of my sails. You make bad financial decisions. We don't want you in the break room. Why isn't the electricity fixed?
No, it seems like you're up to speed.
Nobody's looking at your butt these days.
Not even at work. It's the greatest opportunity out there.
What?
It's a shared space 5 days a week.
What does that mean, Dave?
My butt?
Just pause.
My butt is not a shared space.
No, that would be your mom.
All right. Guys ready to do the podcast?
I don't know now. Oh, wow. Apparently it's time, though, because here come the yawns.
Dave, you got the timer?
Nope.
All right.
It's a half-hour podcast. The answer is actually no.
The warm-up is going live. The warm-up is going live. Head down, stay down. The warm-up is live. All right. Get some stuff in this dock.
I don't even know what I was going to talk about. Oh, that Western game. Dave,
Wild West Online?
Yeah, Wild West Online. It's a, yeah, I'll send you a link, James. I saw
Okie
it.
dokie.
Just found it on PC Gamer too. Dang, now I have that song stuck in my head. Just a little tip.
Just a little trip. Oh.
Not a trip.
You came up that line
Drip.
really
I guess
fast,
it could be a trip.
Jeremiah.
Just a little drip. You know what I mean.
You know. No,
Well,
it's
I'm
Wild
sending you a
West
link. I have a
Online
new word
revealed the
for you.
Red Dead-like MMO built from the ground up for PC.
Put it as your
You know,
news
I see-
item. Joel, put it as your news item.
Okay. Yeah, I'll talk about it.
I command you, put it as your news item.
Okay. I don't like being a news guy. I don't like it.
Having one item? Is that a lot? I don't like being a slave to the news, picking one article a week to talk about. Come on, man. I'm in my 30s.
What?
Don't say it out loud.
I'm
gonna
not
teach you a
gonna
new
say
word.
that.
What?
Nothing.
I've never ever heard of that before.
Part of what?
Oh, okay, James, scroll down. The first image. It says Cleveland Steamer plush.
Oh, no.
Okay, well here's a
What?
Joel, do
When
you know
I
what
saw
a
that
Cleveland
image-
steamer is before you go any farther?
Oh no, I have no idea.
Turn around. Drive back out. Drive,
Just
away.
buy the plush, Joel. Buy the plush.
I thought that's what the top word was.
Joel, if I
Or,
buy
like,
you
what it
a
meant
shirt
was
that
I
just
was like,
says, I love Cleveland steamers, will you wear it?
gosh. Is that like a football
You could have
team?
convinced him that it's like
Yes.
a train
Yes.
term or something.
It's a football team, the Cleveland Steamers.
It sounds like a football team or a baseball team.
It does, doesn't it?
You should go to one of their events.
Oh, here we go. I've got more news.
Oh, okay. You don't have the Urban Dictionary definition?
No,
Are you gonna read it
I've
for
got
us?
more news. What?
Are you gonna read that one?
Oh, man. I wish I'd told Joel it was a sports team. I could have gotten her a shirt just called the Cleveland Steamers because I looked it up and there's totally shirts.
I think you could probably convince Dave that it's a train thing.
The Cleveland Steamers. I
He's
don't
laughing and he
want to
hasn't
know what it
even
is.
Googled it. He has.
No, I don't want to know.
You-
what
I
the
agree, you shouldn't.
Smutty
Google
shit
image it.
people are up to. I just want to look. I'm looking at the Wild West Online stuff. That's all I'm looking at right now.
He's at a happy place.
I'm at a happy place right now. And I'm really excited because I get my aim controller in Tuesday.
You're what?
With the game?
The PSVR aim.
Oh,
PowerPoint.
oh.
Really excited. Oh, I just added that news item, Jeremiah.
Which one? Battlefront?
Yeah.
All right, James, you got to get your news items in here. What you doing?
Searching IGN.
All right. Man, Joel, you've missed some fun times at work.
Oh, really? What's going on?
Well, nothing bad really. It's just, it's the particular time of year that it is, and you know what's
Yeah.
going on this weekend, and
Yeah.
who is involved in that. So everything's on a slightly higher level of anxiety and paranoia is a nice way to put it.
You've seemed a little bit more on edge on Skype, to be honest.
Well, like on chat today.
Yeah.
Oh, today I was so ridiculously busy. Anything you were saying, it was just
Yeah.
like, this doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
It
None of this
seemed more
matters.
snippy. I didn't think you were mad.
Oh, no.
but you
Yeah,
just
I had to be
sounded
snippy because it was like, I had like 2 seconds.
drowning.
Well, it's more like I have 2 seconds to read and respond to this, or I'm not going to touch it today. Let me put it to you this way. I needed to go to the bathroom when I got back from lunch. I went to the bathroom at 4:15. 4:15.
Well, I told Joy something kind of
Wasn't
funny
even
today.
enjoyable.
We got a pizza for dinner tonight, and I was like, yeah, when I'm at home, I just don't eat. This morning, I had literally a slice of blueberry bread, like one slice. That's all I've had all day through the workout, and then I got some food. Dude, once I'm in the rhythm of something, I mean, I think it's almost a curse with editing. It's like once I get in a rhythm, it's just like I can just be doing it constantly all day. I don't even know what's going on. Does that happen to you, James? Because I feel like that's kind of a similar thing. Like once you get in the groove of something, if you're in, like I don't know, it's just clicking. You're just like, it just goes. Or I could be completely alone.
When I get in the rhythm, I just go.
I do the same thing. If I've got a good TV show going and I have like a wedding to edit, I mean, I can just go through like, I do it by TV episode. Like that's kind of how I count the time. Yeah. It's like the Pomodoro technique, but you watch way too much Hawaii Five-0.
I wish for wedding editing for video would be as easy as doing photo editing.
So you could like watch something else. Photo editing.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I expect it to be active and watching my video.
I guess it is easier than putting together like a 5-minute video of
just a 5 minute
of cool moments.
You mean a pre-wedding ceremony, the reception, and a teaser rendered for online, rendered for DVD. Oh yeah, and then burning 5 DVDs. Do you know how annoying it is to burn 5 DVDs nowadays?
I know how annoying it is to burn 1 DVD, so I'm guessing it's not better.
I hate it because it's like, for some reason, with burning DVDs, if you pop the disc in and you click burn right away, you have to literally wait for the DVD to spin up to tell that you have a blank disc in your computer before you click burn. For some reason, it just won't work unless you do that. So every single time I have to wait, it's like, okay, a minute goes by. Oh, there you go. Now it works.
Do you charge extra for that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what my brother, whatever he charges, but we just do. Yeah, I'm surprised.
It's like $100 a disc. Pays you like $5.
Some people actually, some people do that.
Yeah.
Like, no, for video or for, I will concede they are probably equally as hard, because that seems like the diplomatic way to continue with this. But no, when you have like 3,500 pictures to cull and then edit, and then a bunch of them were shot indoors because it started raining, and you have to somehow make those pictures look nice, like if they were shot indoors with just a bounce flash on like a moment's notice, or let's say one of the cameras got out of sync, like its timer's wrong, so then you have to reorganize like several hundred pictures to get them in the right spots in the ceremony and stuff. Like
that sucks.
It can very quickly become a pain in the butt. But you plow through some TV. Like when you get in the zone, all those problems just become like minor stuff.
One of my favorite moments at work was when we gave away our disc duplicator. It was like one of those ones that would do like hundreds at a time. Like just have these huge like stacks. You could just put them in. So nice.
Goddamn massive stacks.
That massive
I don't know
stack.
about that.
Stacks of cash.
I know the thing you said. It's just a weird way. It's just weird. All right. I think I'm pretty good for this week. Let me go through our mail from last week, see if there was anything.
Do you have any pledges or anything?
Not since last week. We've been on a good tear for a while. I don't think we have any this week though.
Oh, I saw the trash man this morning. Okay, no joke. Here's what.
Oh boy. Here we go.
There he is.
Well, here's the funny part, right? No joke. I hear this. You know, like the sound of like it's like backing it up, whatever. And I'm like, oh, it could be the trash guys. I ran over to my window. I look outside and I see them driving up. I pull out my phone so fast. I was gonna try to sneak a video shot. Well, no joke. I get an email from work, like the second, or no, a call, yeah, from a random number. Right as I was trying to hit record, and I lost it. They drove away. I was like, no.
It's like the ice cream truck, except it's trash.
What a wonderful, kind of awesome. If I was a trash guy, I'd like be some sweet beats. Although the funniest thing on it, the guy at the front
Beats?
right.
When's the last time you heard an ice cream truck? Ours just go through town. Here's the generic versions of Christmas carols in June. and it's always like the speaker that feels like it's slowing down the whole time. Like, do 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 do.
Have you guys heard the ice cream trucks that like quack?
No, we've got some really ghetto ice cream trucks around here.
Quack, quack, quack.
All right, that must be your fancy ones you have where you are. We have ones that look like a car got totaled, and then somebody was like, "This would make a great ice cream truck," and they just weld stuff back together.
Get in, children.
Well, as they were driving by, the guy in the front right seat, he was just literally just jamming to some music. It was pretty funny. And then he saw me up the window. He waved. I was like, "Hi." It was just like
Probably thought you were like 8. Just call the kids waving at it.
Well, it probably was because I was leaning down. I was like leaning, looking over it, so I was like extra short on the window. So it's like he was like a little kid up there.
Have you seen Waterboy?
No, I haven't.
Have you
Actually,
seen Waterboy?
no, I have. A long time ago, though.
The part where Adam Sandler's on the phone call with the wrestler guy. He's like, Captain Insano. He's like, how old are you, kid? 8. I'm 32. And they just start busting out laughing. That's what I feel like your trash men are going to be like when they see you like stand up as like an adult man.
Sounds about like I remember.
Whoops.
Whoops. Okay.
Is this like a new stage for you with LaCroix, putting it in like mason jar type things? And just does it feel like a new experience?
He's getting back to the roots. You know, LaCroix's become too corporate, too fancy.
Does it feel like you're drinking a fancier version of LaCroix?
Yeah, it does a little bit right now.
I want to go to one of those restaurants with on that little documentary I showed you about the ice. That's what you need. You need like fancy ice in your glass.
That if you say a word.
Here they come. It must be time to start.
Go say a word.
Well,
I also feel like I have a burp coming too. Oh, James, I gotta tell you about the Cayenne. So when I went to visit my sister last weekend,
Besides Dave having bad taste in cars, go ahead.
I stopped by a Porsche dealer because they had a 2013 Cayenne. I definitely was not going to get this one. They were asking like 50 for it, but it was the same generation, just a low mileage, high option, newer version. Some parts that were really cool. It had a panorama sunroof, so the sunroof is like almost as wide as the roof and goes behind the rear seats. So when you open up the sunshade on it, like it's really nice. Like it gives you a really nice look to it, and then you can open up almost half of it. So when you open up the sunroof, it's actually a massive roof that you're opening. The seats are actually harder than I thought they were going to be. They're about as hard as the Mazda. They do adjust like 15 different ways, literally. So I feel like I probably could get into a pretty comfortable position. Like I didn't hurt at all driving for 15, 20 minutes, which is how far I drove it. But it definitely was not like as plush as I was expecting it to be. That was a little disappointing. There are options for everything, but it actually doesn't have many more features than the Mazda does. Like it's almost impressive how good cheap cars are.
It's amazing. Like when you look at
all
like
the
a
features,
Hyundai now or a Kia, it's like, oh my gosh, this is like luxury.
Well, all the features he was going through with me, like it's got lane change warnings and it has, a backup camera and backup sensors and rain sensing wipers. And I'm like, my Mazda has literally all of those features. It doesn't have a manual clock, like a really nice chromed clock sitting in the middle of the dash. So there's that. And then when you start moving, it drives like a truck. Like
really,
it feels like a 4Runner or something, like body on frame, little clunk when you put it into gear. It feels like a truck. until you hit a curvy road and nail it, and then all of a sudden you're driving a sports car. And it was almost weird how well that worked. Like, it's the S model, so this was the V8 not turbo model. So 405 horsepower. And you nail it.
That's it.
Yeah. And it weighs
the Mazda's at least 600-700.
155. Well, the Porsche weighs like 5,000 pounds. But it goes like, it's stupid quick for an SUV, and it handles incredibly well. Like, it handles like a not incredible sports car, but it handles like a medium range sports car. But yeah, so the speedometer has no numbers between 50 and 75. Like, that's how quick it is. They're like, it's fine. It's got some cool features like the navigation. The navigation can appear in one of your gauges. Like, you have 5 gauges in the gauge binnacle.
Oh, that's cool.
And one of them is a screen. You can cycle between stuff, which a lot of cars have, but your nav can be in there, which is really sweet. And everything about it, like, I mean, it was just, it's a well put together vehicle and stuff. And all that was pretty cool. But I got out of it, like, not blown away. I wasn't like, oh, well, I'm obviously going to have to save up money and buy one of these. It was like, it was nice. That's a good car. Quick. I'd like to drive a first gen just to compare them, because first gens are also a lot cheaper. But yeah, I wasn't blown away. As far as regular handling, if you ignore the fact that the Mazda is pretty slow, like so slow that the next year they're like, okay, we're sorry, that's not the standard engine anymore. We tried it, didn't work. Here's a better one. That's how slow the 2013 is. But it's not bad. Like, for day-to-day driving, who cares? But other than that, like, it handles about as well as the Porsche does for normal, like, curvy, spirited road driving. I'm sure on a track, the Porsche would murder the Mazda, but...
You should come here sometime and we could do, like, a little luxury dealership tour.
You've mentioned that before. There are a lot of nice cars in your area.
We should just do it for fun. We can even make up fake jobs for ourselves.
Fake jobs, fake names.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was cool going to a dealership where the guys working there like actually like cars and actually know what they're talking about. Like the salesman asked if I had been out to the local, not the local, but the large racetrack about an hour and a half away from us for any of their track days. He has a 1983 or 1984 air-cooled 911. Like, that's a nice car.
Yeah.
And they were all enthusiasts. And like, when I came back to the dealer, they're asking like, what types of Cayennes might you be interested in? What options, whatever. And as I was listing them, they were like thinking through their heads like, oh, well, that's so-and-so has one, so-and-so has one. I was like, what are you going to do? Just ask them if they want to sell the car? And they're like, yeah. They said, we do it all the time. Like, a customer comes in, they're looking for a certain version or a certain combination of features. We find somebody we've sold one to, and we convince them to come in and drive a new one. And they're like, and a lot of them, they're enthusiasts. They like it. They buy it. And then we sell you their old one. I was like, all right.
That's actually a pretty cool business model for them, because they can offer a lot of incentives.
Yeah.
For people who wouldn't normally be spending any money.
But there was a 911, couple 911s, like new ones parked right out front. Ooh. One day, man. One day. Joel, I'm going to come pick you up in that 911, and then you can sit there the whole time being like, I don't really get what's so cool about this, but I'll be having a great time. And we'll go for a drive.
And my back hurts. We're really low to the ground.
Does this have to be so loud? Yes. Yes, it does. No, one day when I get a Corvette, I decided, like, when I get the Porsche, I want it to be bone stock, immaculately maintained. When I get a Corvette, I want to put an aggressive camshaft in it and, like, cut the mufflers off. Like, I want an obnoxious Corvette. Like, I want something that sounds like two Harleys idling in the driveway.
When I see... That's the funny thing. When I see Corvettes, they're like the least douchiest drivers. I feel like...
Really?
Yeah, I mean, usually it's someone a little higher in age, and they don't drive super fast. They don't, like, take off and everything. Even though they could take most cars on the road, they drive really responsibly. So I don't know if I want you to be a Corvette guy like that.
So you want me to get another BMW so I can forget what the turn signal is and double park everywhere and hit curbs?
I mean, you could get a Mustang and...
I could get a Mustang and just aim for the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another... Joel, have you ever watched... Well, this is a stupid question. Have you ever watched montages of people crashing, leaving cars and coffee events?
What?
Are you familiar with what Cars and Coffee is?
Is that the I think there's a show where they drive around and they're drinking coffee in a car, right?
That's Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. That's Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay. I've heard of that.
That's a pretty cool show. No, Cars and Coffee is like, it's just cruisins in parking lots where they're like, it's, a lot of towns will have them like Saturday mornings, every Saturday from 8 to 10 or something, where people with cool cars just show up in the parking lot, hang out, talk to each other, just like an informal get together. And it's a nationwide thing, but it's become popular over the years. And so now there are people recording with their phones when everybody leaves Cars and Coffee because they're seeing lots of really cool cars, which of course you put 10 people with phones on a curb filming you leave. What does everybody do? They nail the throttle, rev it up, spin the tires, do stupid stuff. Not everybody, but I mean, like a lot of people will do that. And for whatever reason, Mustang owners, either they're crashing more than everyone else or people are filming them crash more than everybody else. But it's become a meme on the internet now that Mustangs like love crowds because there's so many videos of Mustang owners trying to leave Cars and Coffee, gutting the throttle and the car like just spinning out into the like a field where everybody's standing or in the parking lot or something. Like dozens and dozens and dozens. I watched one yesterday where a guy revved it up and tried to dump the clutch into a burnout, James, but he half dumped the clutch because he didn't commit. And so you just heard the ying, 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 like you're doing a burnout, but the wheels were just sitting still and it was his clutch plate just spinning. And all of a sudden there was a boom and metal just exploded out the bottom of the transmission and the whole crowd was like, ah! It was pretty great.
Wow.
Yeah, Joel, sometime we ought to get together, and watch a compilation of...
Or we could bring our cars to one of those places.
People might like my car. Speak for yourself. You're going to show up and they'll be like...
So how much money do you put into this thing to allow to just drive?
This thing is a vintage classic. It has manual locks.
You're cutting deep, Joel. I like the way you describe that. That's such a non-car guy... That's such a non-car guy way to say it is, how much money have you put into this just so you can drive on the road like everyone else?
How pissed would you be if I brought my Mazda and you brought your car? I forget what you even have now. Like a Spider. There we go, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And more people wanted to look at my car than yours.
That wouldn't happen.
They're parked right next to each other.
This wouldn't happen.
But would it if it did? If it did, how pissed would you be?
It wouldn't, though, is what I'm saying.
Because I would just meticulously detail it before, so it's so perfectly. They're just like,
if you meticulously detail your car, I win anyway. Like,
who would bring this Mazda here? They're like, there's got to be a special trick to it, and so like looking around for the NOS or whatever the crap.
You still have the Chevy?
Yeah,
you should take that.
Be like, bro, it's a baby Corvette,
So what would be the opposite of what you said? Coffee and
Cars and Coffee.
Cars and Coffee.
What would be the opposite
of that? Yeah, for like nice cars, but I want the shittiest bare bone piece of garbage cars you've ever seen.
Cars and Coffee,
dude. You could totally put on a car show of the worst cars in town. I honestly think if you put that out there, people would show up like crazy.
Joel, you would probably enjoy it. So I went to one at in town. The only place that has one that I know of is the vape shop. And so it's a lot of drifters, which are cool people. Like, I respect drifting. I'm not really into it, but I respect drifting. But it does attract a certain crowd. There's like the people who are car enthusiasts, and then there are people who are just doing horrible things to their vehicles and then standing next to them and vaping for 2 hours. You'd love it.
Horrible things to their car. Then
let's go one early morning, and I want to just talk with these people.
I don't know if I want you to do that.
Joel's just gonna say, "What the hell? What the hell?"
Well, the next one, actually, the next one is when we're going to be filming the Casual Shenanigans original, so we can't go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks. I need to get the rest of my props
Finally going to use some of that CSG money.
What?
Finally going to use that CSG money.
I have never. We're not going to do this now.
I know we've bought mics.
Not in front of the kids. No, I mean, like, I've been stingy for a reason.
Oh, I know, but
he's waiting for his investment to go up,
like the
and then
hands
he'll
are just
withdraw
a little
it.
bit loose. Some of the cash is going to come out.
Yeah, that's how much money's there. Just enough to start exploding out the seams.
All right.
You pull back Jeremiah's sheets, and he's just laying on the money.
tired. I was just researching some beard balms.
What?
I'm almost out of beard balm.
Why? You can't go through that much.
I bought it early 2015.
Oh.
What'd you say?
I bought it in early 2015.
Okay.
How big was it? What is it? What does beard balm look like?
It looks like a slightly waxy, pasty thing. You just rub it on your hands, it melts. It's wax based, and then you rub it into your beard. It's like conditioner. It's good for your skin. It's like a conditioning moisturizer thing, and it also helps tamp down like really frizzy beard hairs. Like if John didn't put in beard balm, he'd have like a beard fro.
I want to see that now. It just like covers over his face.
All right,
shall we start?
Let's do it. I'm excited about tonight's topic.
What are we talking about again? Just kidding. Oh, get it out, son.
You guys think I'm joking?
No, we don't. It's just beyond coincidence at this point.
Yeah, it's the Pavlovian podcast preparatory time.
I need to try that though while I'm at work. I'm just like, hey guys, let's start the podcast. Oh no!
You should watch me at the start of every meeting. Normally every meeting I'm like, I'm sorry guys, I've forgotten my name. Why am I here? Let's do it. All right,
let's go.
All right, ready with that timer?
Are you going to say go this time?
Yes. On go. 1, 2, 3, go. Is that a reasonable count?
That was decent.
Yeah, it's slow, but yeah.
Check, check. Oh, look at that clean feed. Oh, yes. Yes.
I've got a clean feed right now, but according to the fan on the mini split, the only part of it that's currently working, right now it's already 74 degrees with the door closed, and in a few more degrees, the window AC is going to kick back on.
Cool.
No, not at all. It's actually quite toasty.
Sounds like a real fun time. All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right. We've transitioned. We now identify as a live warm-up. The button says transition.
Oh, right. Steam is now downloading everything. I hadn't opened it yet. Let's just pause that. All right. I need to go through my Steam favorites list. It's becoming worthless again. It's now up to like 22 games on my favorites list.
Ooh, Shane has an idea, Dave.
Yeah?
Would you want to do like a separate main topic about Rising Storm later this weekend and then add it in?
We good? We'll see how this this Witcher topic goes because I'm ready to talk about Geralt.
All right. The warm-up is here. Hi, guys. Hello to everyone.
And with the temperatures today, it really is a warm-up, am I right?
Ah.
Got those weather jokes. Topical. Oh, man. I thought you were gonna yawn already.
No. I'm just breathing nice and slow.
So you're getting ready for the yawn then?
I don't think I'm actively sweating anymore. But for squats, I missed the last time John squatted, and we've been exactly like a certain amount of weight apart. Deadlift is like his really good exercise, and then squat's my really good exercise. So I've been a little bit ahead of him on squat by a consistent amount that's easy to add to the bar in between sets. But he squatted one time when I couldn't do it. And then so today I was like, well, he's it's going to be a 5-pound difference. We can't do what we normally do. I was like, well, I'll just add 10 pounds on this time instead of 5. So it's even. And I very, very nearly died. But it got it up.
It's that time of year where I'm doing my 5Ks a couple a week, usually at night now. And I went last night at 8:30 is when I started. It was still 76 degrees with about 70% humidity, so I took it slower. Interesting though, I don't actually feel it in my legs at all today. I must have really taken it slow.
So what's the what's the latest with the air conditioner?
So here's a scenario that we're in. Back when we were first installing the unit, which was a more complicated install, we should have known better. It's a 2-zone, 2-room unit. I emailed and called around to see if there were any name brand HVAC companies, like we have a couple in our area that you see all over the place with their fleets of vans, to see how much they would charge to just come in, inspect the coolant lines for us, like we do all the electrical, all the mounting on the wall, all that stuff. And the answer was, we don't do that. We don't want half of your installation. We either do all of it and we warranty the work, or we just don't mess with it. So as it turns out, my uncle's brother-in-law is a small HVAC contractor, very, very talented guy. Came highly recommended, even though he's family, so that's like a one leg up right there. But so we talked to him. He's like, "Oh yeah, sure, like no problem. Just let me know when you have it all hooked up, and I'll come take a look." So we installed the system. He was about to go into I think it was heart surgery actually that week. So he sent one of his subcontractors out, and they charged it up, and it worked great for like 3 months. But we're pretty sure we have a valve leak on the unit itself. There's like a flange you have to do, and we think that's where the problem is. Because twice now we've had his subcontractors come out, recharge the system, and do leak test, and a 24-hour leak test is showing no leaks. But over about 3 months, twice now, since we first hooked it up in last August, the system is very slowly drained until it's not pushing cold or hot air. At that point, you want to power it down so that you don't run the compressor to death trying to pump an empty system.
Right.
So where we are now is my uncle's brother-in-law, the actual HVAC guy. He's in great shape now. His surgery went great last year. He wants to come out and himself go over everything and possibly just redo all the flanges. Is that the right word, flanges? That is the right word, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the things like on the end of the pipes where they join together? Like that's a flange.
He wants to just redo all those on the compressor and then possibly inspect the inside lines too, because we discovered the unit in the office here, somehow, even though it was just going right through the wall, which is, 7 inches thick maybe? Mm-hmm. We pulled the coolant line through, everything looked great, the unit went up against the wall tight. I was inspecting it after the first time it failed, and got a flashlight into the hole that goes to outside, and we realized that it has a pig's tail shape inside the wall. It
right,
curled.
Okay, yep.
And from what I can see with the flashlight, it didn't kink. So as long as it's still tight in the back of the unit, which it should be, it should be fine. And we haven't noticed any coolant leaking inside. So hopefully there's no leak in the wall, because we have to undo all the line outside and inside, pull the unit off the wall. If the problem's in the wall, that would be a nightmare. We're hoping it's the flange.
Yeah.
But the reason it's not fixed yet, the reason I'm running the window unit again, I'm so angry about it, is because, again, the main HVAC guy, most of his work is maintenance contracts where you just sign on for, a year or two of like kind of like a retainer for your HVAC guy. Well, it's May in the South. It's hot already. And so he's maintaining, he said, I talked to him last week on the phone. He said he's maintaining like 3,800 units in the area.
Oh my gosh.
And everyone's calling in their contracts right now. So we're just low on the list, essentially. He said if he doesn't have spare time, he's got us on a calendar spot as if we were an actual customer. I'm just not sure when that is. But yeah, apparently he does new installs too. So we're looking at possibly, because we have a small cottage-sized house, even with all the rooms we've added onto. It's like maybe 1,200 square feet inside. Mm-hmm. We're thinking about possibly doing the whole house with mini splits, because they are awesome when they're working. And that would save us like duct work, trying to sync a giant indoor unit and an outdoor compressor. Like, We've got a couple of those, but they're different name brands that we've collected over the years while working on the house. So yeah, we're really thinking that we might just pay him to just take care of everything for us. Just do nice mini splits for the whole house, and that's Dave's story of how I'm sweating again this year.
How many more mini splits would you need to add?
We've already got 2. I think two more would do the entire house.
2, but off 1 unit. So you're thinking like 2 more off 1 additional unit. So you have 2 units, 4 splits.
Actually, I'm thinking to split the cost and installation cost. I think you have doing 2 single units to finish the house. So you probably do 1 in the back bedroom, because they're like $700 a piece for just a single unit. It's like for the whole kit. It's cheap.
How much is a double?
Like $11.50, so you're really not saving much money by buying the double.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And
it's a much more complicated install. So yeah, I'm thinking 1 for the back bedroom, which would be the back bedroom, the closet, and the master bathroom. Because there's no ductwork in the master bathroom anyway, so that doesn't really even matter. We do have ductwork under the living room, but it's only 2 vents under the couches, which is a crappy place to have them anyway, and then 1 under the kitchen sink. So I'm thinking we put like a unit on the wall near the TV, and that would do that entire central part of the house and the laundry room and the guest bathroom easily.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah. A friend of ours, Joel knows him too. He works on a local rescue squad. He's been building a house out in the mountains himself from scratch. Not a nasty remodel job like we've been doing, but he's doing mini splits for their whole house just because it's cheaper, easier, and it's more power efficient at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. And I guess the thinking is, like a normal heat pump or AC unit might last like 10 years is pretty good. 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
So if this lasts like 6 or 7 years, you're probably still coming out ahead on money. Like it sucks that stuff like that has to be disposable, in the modern world. But if it is, it is. Like the cost isn't that bad. If they were like $5,000 and they only last a couple years, well, that would suck. But do we know how reliable these things are?
Mini splits, they're actually very popular outside of America. I was talking to Edgar. He said that in Brazil, everybody uses mini splits. No one has central air. Now, you have to refill them every certain number of years. Like I think it's like 5 or 6 years maybe. But from what I've heard, they actually last longer than HVAC systems. So you could get 10 years of service out of one easily.
Huh. That's interesting because shouldn't be more reliable if you think about all the variables. Well, why not? I guess, I say that I don't want to judge it by years breaking. I'm sure most people have installed it and it's not a problem. Well, like it's a smaller unit that you can move around and install on your own. And, I don't know. It doesn't seem as like robust as a, big hardcore HVAC unit, but I guess those may not be that durable inside anyway.
They're not. And that's the thing is, if you think about it, it's less moving parts, less mechanics to deal with. There's no duct system to plug into. It's a lot simpler. And that's why they actually last longer than an HVAC system on average. It's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And they're getting so popular now, finally in America, that I literally saw a billboard a few months ago for a mini split system. It's like a giant billboard. Yeah, they're easier to maintain and everything from what I've heard. If you install it right. If you install it right. Oop, I just realized I had the chat open where I couldn't see it.
Does it look like it's too close to my mouth right here? Like, is this too much? Too aggressive?
Yeah, back it down.
How's that? That look pretty good?
That's acceptable. Yeah.
All right.
It hides that V-neck, so you're good to go.
Above and below.
Jeremiah, this isn't Twitch, okay? Calm it down.
Oh man, I'm so tired. I might only be able to do like 3 or 4 rounds of Battlegrounds tonight.
I was so wiped out when I got back from the event. I turned.
All right, sorry.
I turned the AC down to like 68, the window unit, and just took like an hour and a half nap on the couch in here. It was glorious. Felt so good.
Oh, it does sound nice.
Oh man, everyone at the event was just hiding in like whatever shade was cast by nearby trees or buildings. There would just be like a cluster of IT people with their pale, glowing skin hiding in the shade. Yeah, outdoor events with 88-degree weather is rough.
There's no shade over where it was either, is there?
They had some canopies set up, and there were a couple of buildings, like sports buildings, like concession stands that were closed up and stuff that were casting shade. But most of the eating area, once you got your food from the food truck, they just had like 30 tables and chairs just in the middle of a parking lot
Cool.
in the area.
Cool.
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, Landbox in chat says he has mini splits and a central unit HVAC system in place, and he loves it. Other than some installation issues initially, it's treated him very well. Landbox, how long have you had it? Out of curiosity. I don't know why I said that and then just waited awkwardly like he was going to instantly reply.
Please respond.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm especially looking at it because the HVAC and ductwork is one of the last major things to do on the house. Mm-hmm. We have lots of like little bits of siding to put on, trim around the roof edges around the attic and stuff like that to do. But as far as like big overall chunks of the house to finish, the HVAC was going to be a really nasty hurdle, like, you know, $4,000 or $5,000, months of work and contractors. I'm like, man, if I can just roll that into like a couple of mini splits, that I've already been very impressed with what we have so far. Like that would be a huge check off the list for getting the house done.
Yeah. Oh, John Claude says he has no aircon all summer and it's been 35 to 40 Celsius with more than 95% humidity. Where do you live, John Claude? Sounds like a hellish existence. Just being real.
40 degrees Celsius, that's like... I got to make sure I get this right.
Yeah, do the conversion. Don't be American like I am. I'm sitting there going, is that more than 80 degrees?
Yeah, that's in the 90s to 100 degrees.
Where would he live that uses Celsius? Does Central America use Celsius? I feel
Everywhere
like...
that's not America uses Celsius.
Not everywhere. No, not everywhere.
Everywhere. Oh, I was going to guess Australia. Oh, I should have guessed faster.
That makes sense. Australia. Even the weather wants to kill you. Because I've been a fair bit of places, and I think most of them actually used Fahrenheit, the ones I happen to go to. But that doesn't really mean anything. EOS said, I just watched the first 5 minutes on 2x speed to catch up to watching this live. I didn't realize that's something you could do. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a lot of speed talking about air conditioning. That sounds awful. Oh, man. You want to go ahead and roll into our main topic, Jeremiah? Get things started?
I mean,
still warming up?
I want to do like an official podcast launch, or you just want to like,
Oh yeah. I mean, just not like 2 weeks ago where Joel and I were just arguing about the main topic during the warm up, and finally you're just like, let's just write it on the wall.
What if we didn't? What if we just, what if,
Basically.
Yeah, let me close out of all the Crutchfield stuff I was looking at. Not important. Just looking at how hard it is to change the stereo in a GX 470. You cannot.
Before we go live, I'll show you something cool I found on eBay a few weeks ago. For the last couple of years, I've been collecting an occasional patch here and there to use for backyard battlefield videos. I always kind of swap them out. And the backpack that I got for Christmas a couple of years ago has a patch thing on it. I've been looking, like, are there any, like, Viking-style patches out there? Like, historic ones? Well, History Man succeeded. Check out what I found.
Ooh.
That is, I believe, an infantry division patch. 148th, maybe? I'll look in a second and confirm. But it was their patch from World War I on. It's an actual military patch with a little Viking helmet on it. And I was like, okay, I have to. And this one, from what I can tell... has been sewn on and then removed from a uniform. So it's actually a real one from the 50s.
That's really cool.
Let me see if I can find what unit it was, because I feel like I didn't have that right.
I have just had the epiphany that I have not opened up the podcast doc. I'm going to need another 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm looking now. Okay, I was 100 divisions off, 101 divisions off. It's the 47th Infantry Division. But it's their actual patch. You know, I'm thinking that would be a cool patch to use for the CSG Battlefield 1 group. Just because right now we just have like it's the same colors. We have the red, white, and blue circle style. But it's just like a white star. But a Viking helmet might kind of be cool. Seeing, you know, we all know who the real Battlefield fan is on the podcast.
Oh my.
You slacker.
I have played it.
Yeah, how many rounds of Battlegrounds compared to Battlefield this month, Jeremiah?
So fun.
Yeah, I just quit after last night. Like that one round, I was like, I just spent 30 minutes of my hour before bed.
Well, no. Okay, to be fair, most nights we make a lot better progress in that. Like there are nights where you just win or get really close to it 2 or 3 times in a row, and there are nights where you just get wiped out. I think this is the first night where we just sucked the whole time. Although I had a really good interaction. We'll save it till we actually get to that on the podcast. But I had a good interaction last night.
Like with someone else in game? Do you have voice chat turned on?
No, I'm like a good fight. Like,
why would you call that an interaction? That's so weird.
I'm so tired.
I had a really good transaction with a nice fella in Battlegrounds. I murdered him so good.
So tired.
Yeah, I had a great nap followed by a nice iced coffee, so I am lit, fam.
Okay, fam.
Which reminds me, I'm going to brew some coffee tonight.
While he rubs his eyes.
And put it in the fridge for tomorrow, because this morning I traveled across our work area to another building for what I thought was going to be a meeting, and then had to walk all the way back to the car and back to the other side of the area.
I thought you were saying you walked all the way there from where our building is. I was like, no way.
No. I drove, but I had to park, you know, like a good ways away from the building, and I had my backpack with like breakfast, water bottle, all my hard drives and all in it. So by the time that I actually got back to the office, because there was no meeting at the other building, I was soaked in sweat. Like, it was so gross. And I had warm coffee too, like hot coffee.
So I am going to see you at that building though at 9 for the meeting though, right?
Yeah, I fixed my calendar. It had an ancient meeting invite that was only synced on my phone. It wasn't on my Google calendar, wasn't on my Outlook calendar. It was only on my phone's calendar for some reason. And it popped up this morning and said, "Don't forget the meeting." I was there 10 minutes early just waiting for you guys. Like, I'm the first one here. I was so happy. Like, traffic was perfect. Green lights the whole way.
Oh my gosh, traffic leaving today. Did you see traffic leaving today?
There was a really bad accident, apparently.
Okay, where was it? Well, you don't have to tell me on the podcast. I tried
on a major highway.
Okay, I tried like 4 different ways to leave, and they were all full. I was like, what on earth is happening? I took the weirdest route to get home, and John took the exact same route, as it turns out. Like, he bailed on the exact same spots I did. Anyway, all right, you want to do this?
Let's do it.
I gotta...
Yeah, basically there was an accident that was so bad there was a full-on lane closure of a major highway going west. So, yeah. Anyway,
so that's it was everybody getting like shoved onto.
I don't think traffic was moving at all. Like they didn't have a detour or anything set up. It just sat there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You gonna time it or like we're gonna not or what?
That's gonna be a short, efficient podcast.
Oh, yeah, because we're gonna talk about The Witcher.
Again, like I love the head. It's just like
Geralt. All right,
let's do it.